With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Dak going to start out going to the air.
Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4...
Oh, Prescott stripped. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Prescott down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
First carry for James Conner. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run behind center with Conner. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're heading down this stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Cardinals hit a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Conner.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now, guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far, so I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 3 yards out.
And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. Gets past one man, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. (21-0) our score after 1. First down, Prescott. Flushed out right.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 42. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott steps away to his left.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Prescott. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And the ball is knocked out. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Same connection. Dulcich once again. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Conner as they stay on the ground, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Connor up the middle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field where his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run here with Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Cards are pouring it on. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him forward.
This defense is really pulling ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
He's got room at the 30. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals just continue to roll. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Prescott on 1st down.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry up. From the 44, Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Prescott. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Cardinals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So, well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, a run with Connor. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 23. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Connor. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Here's Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there can be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw again. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals extend their lead yet again. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. On play action, Prescott.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And again, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin on the ground here with Connor, and he gets this up just shy of the 15.
116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Again, it's Connor. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now back to throw. Dancing to his... And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well,
and this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott steps away. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll drop to throw.
Able to get this one to McBride.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott now. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 39. To throw is Prescott. And now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Touchdown! A great effort there. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
You know, sometimes in the NFL, you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them...
And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. 1-yard gains are trending. The same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take a...
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Cardinals continue to pour it on here in the 4th. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
That gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To the air again, Prescott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So they'll walk him back half the distance. On the handoff, Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Forced out to his left.
Now, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Cards, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.